the majority of us are in violation. And I don't care if you sign a dotted line. I don't care if you've walked down the aisle with somebody. If you've laid with somebody, if you connected with somebody, brothers, y'all are married. Y'all brothers that are saying, I'd never get married. Brother, you are emotionally, you are spiritually tied to somebody.
Is it not written in your law that ye are gods? You understand what I'm saying? So it just depends on what level you on based on, whether you're human or whether you're immortal.
At ease! I am soul. You know what? I don't even know what I'm gonna title this video yet, man. Like I really don't know. Because I'm really not sure which direction I want to take this conversation, right? But all I can say right now, brothers, all I can say right now, sisters, is that all of us really ain't shit. You ain't shit. I'm not shit. I'll say that 99.1% of the entire population, at least in the West, really ain't shit, man. And this is why I say this. Like we look at the issues that surround relationships, right? We look at why the far majority of relationships fail. And we act like we don't know why. You know what I'm saying? And when I say relationships fail, I'm not necessarily talking about people break up. I'm not necessarily talking about people get divorced. When I say relationships fail, I'm mainly talking about, you have people together that are, one of them's cheating. You have, excessive lying. You have people that are hiding money from each other. You have people that go periods of time with absolutely no intimacy. When your relationship goes through that and that's the consistent state of your relationship, it's a fail. I don't care if y'all are posting pictures on the gram and looking happy to the world and walk down the aisle, had the super honeymoon. If that's where your relationship, your marriage, whatever vibrates, it's an epic fail, brother. And the thing is, the far majority of relationships are like that. And the thing is, like, why I say we're not shit is because, we look at it like, why are people acting the way they are? Why are, relationships just doom and gloom, right? And it's because us as spiritual beings, man, it's like we've chosen to just almost forget something that's very, very important to our spiritual growth, to our spiritual connection, right? And that is like the relationship between men and women. The relationship between a man and a woman at this time in life, man, it's destroyed. I mean, when I say destroyed, like the way it's supposed to work, like a man and a woman becoming one flesh and all this stuff, those days are gone, brothers. Because if we're honest with ourselves, and I say brothers, I'm talking sisters too. If we're honest with ourselves, 99% at minimum, 99% of the population is committing adultery. And this is the thing. I can refer to the Bible and use terms like adultery. I can use, we can talk about marriage and all this stuff, but it's deeper than that, man. It's deeper than that, right? Like on a surface level. Let's talk about on a surface level, right? Like we talk about people getting married and getting divorced and all. To be honest, there's no such thing as divorce. To be honest, there's no such thing as divorce, and people really don't understand what marriage is. Because see, a lot of people think that if you meet a woman, y'all love each other, y'all go down to the courthouse, y'all sign some paperwork, y'all raise your right hand or whatever people do, and the judge puts his stamp on approval. A lot of y'all are still calling that marriage. And when people consider that marriage to me, brothers, I say, you know what, they simply lack understanding. The thing is this, when I look at divorce now, like divorce, and I'm talking about legal divorce, going to a lawyer and get divorced, that's just as much BS as the initial part of going down there getting married. They're both BS, man. We have to understand, brother, really what marriage is and that divorce is not a real thing, right? First off, let's say this. I mean, it's common now for people to go get married, legal married, go to the courthouse, and then get divorced and jump into another relationship, you have to understand that even on that level, even on that surface level, people are in violation. And we wonder why things are going crazy. And it was like, we don't understand that we're violated. But on a real level, brother, we have to understand what marriage is. This is the thing, man. And I'm telling you, like I'm saying this from a point of like at this point in my life, over 40 years old, brother, I'm just now really understanding, what the whole, the power rather, when a man and woman come together. I'm just now understanding that at 45 years old, bro. I'm just now understanding the power of it. And once I understand the power of it, now I can look at ourselves and see why it's so jacked up. You gotta understand this, man. You gotta understand this. Like when it says two people come together and they are one flesh, you gotta understand that first person, that first man or woman you laid with, that's your wife, that's your husband. That's who you chose to become, have a spiritual bond with. Anything after that is adultery. Anything after that is a violation of the one. Because you gotta understand, and I don't want to go down that road. Like you gotta understand when two people come together and one, like you gotta really understand the power of that. Like when a man and a woman come together, like they can act literally, tap into a deeper level of God. You know what I'm saying? When they're one. But the fact that no one's one anymore, it's like that whole thing is shot now. That whole thing is shot. You have to understand that first person you lay with and become one with, that's literally your wife. So when you were 15, 16, 17, whoever that was, anything after that is a violation. And it makes sense. Like that's why, over all eras and all books, that's why when you talk about women being, virgins when they be the man, that's why that's so important. Like, that's why that's such an important thing, because once that bond, it comes together, but it's locked in for life. Like even, I'm not sure if this is in the Bible or just what people say, till death do us part, that's a real thing. If the person you were with first, the person you were legally married to, the person you first laid with is still alive, you're in violation. And you can never be one with another person. And I know that might be scripture, but I know this for a fact. This is what happened to me, man. I dated a young sister. I mean, we were young. We were like, kind of grew up in church together, man. We kind of, had like a little puppy love. And as we got older teenagers, we kind of had a relationship on and off. It was kind of a weird thing, but I love this sister. This sister loves me, man. But it was just something that just wouldn't never mesh. Anyway, once I went to the military, I remember I was in basic training, man, and a friend of mine wrote me a letter, and she said, "Hey, so and so died. Like this girl, she died. She got killed. A brother hawked her down and killed her." And man, and once I understood that, I could feel that love that I had for her. Like I still loved her, but that connection that I had, it was gone, because her spirit was no longer on this planet. I could feel that love I had for her was gone, brother. So that's why I'm saying I know that it's till death do you part, man. So we have to understand, man, that if we walk down the aisle with somebody, if we laid with somebody, if we become one with somebody in whatever way you want to consider that, brother, we are in violation. And you have to understand you can never be one with another person. Like those days are gone. So so when I go back to saying why relationships fail and why we have money issues, people hiding money, why people are cheating, people are doing all this, you have lack of intimacy, is because when people get into relationships, and get on the gram, get on the book, you can see people, man, with wedding photos and honeymoon, and every day they booed up and they out shopping, they on vacation, they look happy, brother. I guarantee you, if they've been married before, if they've connected once with someone else before on an intimate level, there's something wrong with that relationship, man. Because what you're doing is, when you become one with the person, you're bringing a whole legion of people. Sisters don't understand. They're bringing all the men they've slept with, all the men they've procreated with. Yeah, they're all in the same marriage with you. Brothers are the same way. We like to put this stuff on sisters, saying, "Oh, well, sisters got to be virtuous and they can just move. They can't move reckless, but we can have our rotations. We can not." It's the same thing, brothers. I remember in the movie avatar. You know, I remember like if you ever saw when a man and a woman hooked up, it was like it's only one hookup in life. Even when they connected to the animals, they said like once you connect to something, like that's it for life. So like when a man and woman met somebody, you know, I think they had their dreads or their hair, right? When they connected those ends, and we know what that represented, right? When they connected those ends, it was that till death did them part. And it's not even on a biblical level or religious level. It's on a real spirituality level. If you connect with something like that, you have to understand that once you connect with somebody like that, brother, like that's it. That's it. Like that's why, you know, I don't know, brothers. I don't know. Like I said, even when they connected with the animals, they was like, hey, you know what? Once you connect with this Komodo dragon or whatever those animals, they said, once you connect, like that's it. Like that's your animal for life. Because I'm telling you, man, like it goes back to what I'm just not understanding, brothers. Like I say, I'm just now understanding. Like I'm not saying it like today, but like at this stage in my life, after going through the whole blue pill stage, right? After going through the whole red pill stage, and now finding that balance and understanding of what in the hell is going on, I can now understand how things are supposed to work. I can now see the power in a man and a woman. And the thing is, I'm not saying that a man and woman can't come together now and have power and build things and worship the Most High. I'm not saying that. But what I'm saying is, if you've done that with someone else and y'all come together, it can never be like it's supposed to be. You know, so a lot of the problems we're having right now, man, is simply because the majority of us are in violation. And I don't care if you sign a dotted line. I don't care if you've walked down the aisle with somebody. If you've laid with somebody, if you connected with somebody, brothers, y'all are married. Y'all brothers that are saying, I'd never get married. Brother, you are emotionally, you are spiritually tied to somebody. You know what I'm saying? The way that they're still moving on this world is still connected to the way you're moving. So if the first young lady you mess with, or if you were in college messing with a whole bunch of thotties, you might not have seen them in 10, 15 years, brother. The way they're moving is still connected to the way you're moving, and you don't even know it. So you might get in a relationship. You know, you might have evolved, and now you're an upstanding brother. You might have found you a 5% woman, 1% woman, and y'all are together. And she had the same scenario. Back in college, she was messing with Cletus, Creflo, and them, but now she's evolved. Y'all have to understand, man, that even though y'all are together, y'all are quote unquote healthy now, y'all are trying to build, you know, come together as one, y'all are still bringing a legion of people with y'all. And the traits and the characteristics of these people are going to play out in y'all relationships. It's like neither one of y'all are cheating, neither one of y'all are doing this, but all these things are popping up. All these urges are popping up. I'm telling you, man, it's a real thing, man. So all I'm saying is we need to cut the crap, right? Because when we really think about this, all of us are in violation. All of us are in violation. You know what I'm saying? And you know, this is why the world is jacked up. You know, this is why relationships are jacked up. You know, this is why kids are growing up. They don't know what they want to be. It's all tied to us violating the oneness, man. You know, as simple as that.